Okay, I know there was a discussion that if we had to choose between men and bears, we would choose the bear. I also know that there was a discussion between white women and the bear. We would still choose the bear. If I was in the forest with, as a black woman, white women might have a different experience that I don't care about. If I was in the forest with a white woman and a white man, I would choose the white man. Now, this is what's going to get me a lot of shit. If I was in the forest with a white man and a black man, I would choose the white man. Here's why. I know that there are some great black men out there. I am mutuals with a handful of black men who are amazing role models. They are awesome. I have a son. He is amazing. I think, any woman would be lucky to have him, and he would be lucky to have any woman. He's great. But just some experiences for me. When I was 18, I told my father that I was having suicidal thoughts, and he immediately took me to the doctor. My doctor was black. He kind of, was like, well, it's just because you need a boyfriend. And then he haphazardly wrote me a prescription for an antidepressant. Didn't tell me, explain the dosage, didn't explain when to take it, didn't tell me what necessarily it was for, didn't tell me if there was any side effects, didn't tell me what to expect and when I would feel better and when it would start working. So because of this, I got a boyfriend who was abusive, turned into my abusive ex-husband. Years later, I learned that particular medicine had extreme adverse side effects. And even if it didn't affect you negatively in some way, it would have actually taken 6 to 8 weeks to work. And I wound up giving up on it because I didn't know that. Many, many, many years later, I had a doctor who was a white man. I began crying because on top of what I was there for, I had so much going on in my personal life, and I started crying. He looked at me sincerely and asked if he could give me a hug, and he gave me a hug, and then went on to properly diagnose and help me and, prescribe whatever with a lengthy, detailed explanation. I was in a car accident where I was rear-ended by some dude with a suspended license. The EMT that helped me was white. I was fine. I could walk, except he was gentle with me, demanded that I sit down, was just really kind. Years later, I was T-boned by a teenage driver. My EMT that helped me was black. And I remember telling him that I felt like I was going to pass out. He grabbed me by my elbow, shook it, and yelled at me and told me to stand up because nothing was wrong with me. He tossed me onto the stretcher and slammed the door when he put me inside the ambulance. Now, statistically, what we do know, while all white men are not amazing, I have dated some white men who have fucking traumatized me. But statistically, a white man and a black woman combination is more successful than any other interracial couple out there. So I'm not saying all black men are bad, and I'm not saying all white men are good, but these are some experiences that I've had that caused me to choose what I'm choosing as far as bears and this person and this person and that person in the forest. Y'all weigh in and let me know what y'all think.